Good afternoon. A man has died after allegedly being set on fire by his son in Glenmore Park in the city's west. Police say the suspect broke into his father's property late last night, sparking a brutal fight. Nick Overall has more.
An incredibly confronting scene for first responders here this morning. They were called to Worgan Crescent just before 1 a.m, where they discovered the body of a man in his 60s. The victim was found in the driveway of a home with significant burns. It's alleged a 36-year-old man, understood to be his son, broke into the property. A fight ensued between the two men, ending in the tragic circumstances we've seen today.
The crime scene's still being processed, but we understand there are numerous injuries to that person. I can say that an accelerant appears to have been used during the course of the incident.
Later on, just before 7 o'clock, police found the 36-year-old man. He was located in his car, parked next to a sports oval in Werrington on Parks Avenue. He was taken to Nepean Hospital and treated for minor injuries under close police guard. It's shocked residents here in Glenmore Park. A lot of families live here. They're struggling to come to terms with the discovery today.
Yeah, we're shocked. Like, we've been here for 10 years and nothing like this happens around here.
At this stage, charges are yet to be laid. We'll have all the updates for you on this story in the news at 6 tonight.
Police have made an urgent appeal over one of Australia's worst alleged cases of child abuse. Crucial photos have been released to help identify children who might have been targeted by accused predator Hamish Tait. Paul Caddack has the latest.
Good afternoon. Federal Police taking the rare step of releasing these images as they work to try to identify more potential victims as this child abuse investigation continues.
Childcare worker Hamish Tait was arrested by the AFP in July last year and charged with more than 300 offences allegedly committed between 2009 and last year. With at least 16 alleged victims still unidentified, police have released images taken from devices they've seized showing just the children's clothing, hoping that parents or carers may recognise them. The first, a puffer vest with a dinosaur pattern, likely taken at a Rouse Hill childcare centre in June 2023. The second, distinctive shorts and a t-shirt with an animal pattern, also believed taken at a Rouse Hill centre sometime between February 2020 and March 2024. The third, a two-tone shirt likely taken at a Putney childcare centre in January 2018. Among the more than 2 million images police have reviewed as part of its exhaustive Operation Moonbee.
Victim identification is painstaking and detailed work. Every image may contain a clue that helps identify a child. Our victim ID team is tenacious, they're committed, and will stop at nothing to identify children who are victims of child sexual exploitation. We understand that families want answers quickly, but we must be thorough to identify every victim to protect the investigation and ensure that families receive the right support.
On the AFP website is a list of centres Tait worked at or had been to and how to get in touch with detectives.
Investigators urging anyone with information to contact them. Since news of this operation first came to light, they've had more than 300 calls from the public.
A second case of bird flu has been recorded in New South Wales, north of Sydney. The petrel tested positive to the highly contagious and deadly H5N1 strain this afternoon. It was found at Hawk's Nest, the same location as the state's first infection. There are currently 15 confirmed or presumed positive cases across the country. A 5-year-old boy is fighting for life after a head-on crash in Sydney's southwest. An SUV and ute collided just before 9 o'clock last night in Ashcroft. 2 adults and another child were also injured but are expected to recover. Sydney police have declared a new era in organised crime after assassins used a drone to brazenly film this week's gangland murder at Carlingford. Aerial footage of the shooting was posted to social media overnight, a move blasted by police. Andrew Denny has more.
Well, barely 12 hours after this horrific shooting here yesterday at Carlingford, video began circulating through online channels, seeming to show those responsible flying a drone overhead to record the execution. That footage showing a lone hooded figure then walking casually away.
It is concerning. It's a new era in organised crime.
35-year-old Jack Chung was shot dead yesterday sitting in a car outside his Carlingford home. A GPS tracker also discovered on his vehicle. Police don't think he has any links to organised crime, but an associate of his does. a message accompanying the drone video claiming to be from the Albanian mafia.
My concern is that that footage is encouraging others and thinking that they have an impunity to actually do what they are doing. Posting it online can encourage other people to take that sort of activity.
Now, recording executions has become a hallmark of the underworld in recent years as players overseas outsource their violence and demand proof to be sent to them. Authorities have been back here today gathering CCTV and interviewing residents, vowing to track down anyone involved in this latest violence.
We're getting better and better at catching these people.
To anybody who saw anything, knows anything, has heard anything, please call the police or call Crime Stoppers.
Now we'll bring you more details on this and the hunt for those responsible in the news at 6.
A 35-year-old man charged over a rooftop rampage in Sydney's inner west has been denied bail. Sebastian Bodius allegedly fled from police in Newtown earlier this week, leaping from car to car, smashing windscreens before jumping on top of homes. He's facing charges for 13 offences. Thousands of patients across the country may have had their medical records stolen by cyber criminals. Dozens of GP and skin cancer clinics have been targeted as authorities work to quickly confirm who is responsible. Here's Consumer Affairs editor Jackie Quist.
Yes, hackers have infiltrated the medical group Partnered Health, which owns more than 50 GP and skin cancer clinics across the country. Patients have been warned their most sensitive and personal health records may now be in the hands of criminals. The medical company telling their patients the attack happened on June 23. They've stated a malicious actor accessed some of its data.
A malicious actor tends to take data that they're not authorised to access, and there may also be finances involved where they're trying to extort the company too. That would be definitely considered malicious.
The extent of the breach is still being investigated, but these hackers may now have patients' names, dates of birth, addresses and contact details, as well as Medicare numbers, private health insurance, veteran cards or concession card numbers, and medical information and treatment details, including consultation notes, referral letters and pathology or diagnostic results.
I couldn't believe it from the point of view of how do they get these things, and I've been in there talking to the doctor and he says I've got no idea what's happened.
I just spoke to our doctor in there and he said just to be very aware of any messages or emails or anything else she gets.
A motive for this attack isn't yet clear. Cyber experts say criminals have previously held companies to ransom, threatening to release sensitive records publicly, or they could use the information to target individuals directly.